Overnight, the man accused of chasing a group of teenagers who were egging cars that led to a deadly crash faces a judge.
Michelle Choi joins us live. Michelle, what happened in court?
Well, guys, 48-year-old Christopher Lopez is facing some very serious charges. He's been charged with 3 second-degree felonies: manslaughter, failure to stop and render aid, and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Now, Lopez turned himself in to police last night and stood before a judge early this morning. Prosecutors say on January 1st, Lopez chased a group of teens seen egging cars. That chase hit speeds up to 100 miles per hour. Police say witnesses also saw him pointing a gun out of his window and firing at those teens. Prosecutors say because of his reckless actions, both ended up running a red light, and the teens ultimately crashed into 45-year-old Sylvia Zavala's pickup, killing her. Now, a 14-year-old has already been charged with Zavala's murder. As for Lopez, his bond has been set at $60,000. If convicted, he can face up to 20 years in prison. Guys, back to you.
Michelle Choi, thank you very much. Breaking news.